You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
And now, a word from our sponsor, NordPass. NordPass is an advanced password manager from the team behind NordVPN, designed to help keep your business safe from data leaks and cyber threats. It gives your IT professionals control over who has access to your company's data and makes it easy for everyone else on your team to use strong passwords. Right now, you can go to www.nordpass.com/cyberwire for 35% off the NordPass Business Yearly Plan. Don't miss out on that.
The word is PII. Spelled P for personally, I for identifiable, and I for information. Definition: a term of legal art that defines the types of data and circumstances that permits a third party to directly or indirectly identify an individual with collected data. Example sentence: regulators understand that there is a growing demand among consumers to know all the PII that companies have about them, backed up with the right to view and possibly correct this data. Origin and context. The idea of privacy in terms of legal considerations has been around since the late 19th century, according to Paul Schwartz and Daniel Solo from the University of California, Berkeley School of Law. In 1890, two lawyers, Samuel Warren and Louis Brandeis, wrote the original paper that framed privacy in terms of European philosophy and said that every person deserves protection against certain kinds of harms as a consequence of being human. For digital privacy, the world didn't get a legal definition of PII until 1974. The United States, or U.S., passed the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA, but the law focused on educational records and not a precise definition of what makes up PII. In 1984, the U.S. passed the Cable Communications Policy Act that not only refers to PII, but makes it the trigger for the applicability of the law. It prohibits a cable operator from collecting PII concerning any individual subscriber without consent. It didn't prohibit the collection of aggregate information, though. That means the cable operators could collect PII for statistical purposes. By 1996, the U.S. passed the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act and defined precisely the data elements within PII: full name, date of birth, social security number, etc. About 21 elements in total, plus other elements if combined in the right way, like first name, place of birth, height and weight, etc. Fast forward to 2016, the European Union, or EU, passed the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR. According to RSI Security, in March of 2020, the GDPR regulation swaps out the term PII for the preferred phrase data protection, since PII is a U.S.-created term of art. In doing so, though, the EU greatly expanded the common notion of what data elements make up personal information. The law states that any information that relates to a specific individual, whether that data is private, public, or professional in nature, is protected under GDPR. It also gave power to the individual by authorizing deletion requests, error correction, and requests for copies. Organizations that fail to comply with these individual requests are subject to heavy fines. In 2018, the U.S. state of California passed the California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA, that is similar in scope to GDPR. As of 2020, according to the International Lawyers Network, 5 other states are trying to pass similar GDPR legislation: Washington State, Nebraska, Virginia, Florida, and New York. Nerd reference. On the American TV show Parks and Recreation, Ron, played by Nick Offerman, calls April, played by Aubrey Plaza, into his office to ask how a website could possibly know his name.
Listen, I was trying to buy this handcrafted mahogany wood model of a B-25 Mitchell Panchito aircraft.
Aw, for me?
Don't sass me. And I went to this website and this ad popped up that said, "Hey, Ron Swanson, check out this great offer."
What's your question?
My question is, what the hell?
Like, how do they know who you are?
Yeah.
Okay. There are these things called cookies, where, like, if you go to a site and buy something, it'll remember you and then create ads for other stuff you might want to buy.
So it learns information about me? Seems like an invasion of privacy.
Dude, if you think that's bad, go to Google Earth and type in your address.
That noise you hear at the end is Ron marching his brand new computer down to the dumpster. Credits. Word Notes is written by Nyla Genoe, executive produced by Peter Kilpie, and edited by John Petrick and me, Rick Howard. The mix, sound design, and original music have all been crafted by the ridiculously talented Elliot Peltzman. And thanks for listening.
The IT world used to be simpler. You only had to secure and manage environments that you controlled. Then came new technologies and new ways to work. Now, employees, apps, and networks are everywhere. This means poor visibility, security gaps, and added risk. That's why Cloudflare created the first-ever connectivity cloud. Visit cloudflare.com to protect your business everywhere you do business.